right? It's a business. You already have a profit model figured out. You're on a growth trajectory. Or you might have a transformation model in a business, in which case you're using some of the other parts of the funnel. But generally, you've got a growth model. You're driving this thing. You're managing it. You've got this as a business. If you're a venture, so my Shanghai stores, day one in March, I classified this into the funnel. I said my Shanghai stores, Best Buy stores, are a venture. And the number one job of that team, which they've been working on for the last 9 months, is to decide whether that's something we want to scale or we want to use for something else. And that's what they do. That's their number one job. So what they do is that actually unleashes and delineates between, if they decide that this isn't, we got to change this thing out and we got to change it around, I've injected a lot more change in it because that's their job. They don't have to they don't succeed if they just kind of scale something that doesn't work. They succeed if they get to a very meaningful point of view on the business model, right? That way the individuals don't fail, but you experiment and change. This is Silicon, you guys know this, Silicon Valley principle. And then there are experiments that you do, like we're doing a couple in India, which is you're trying to figure out very specifically if you're going to be relevant on a specific assumption. And once that's over, you stop it. You learn it, you move it on to something, you either decide that you want to invest more and do a venture. So that discipline inside large companies helps, I think, if I can use your phrase, it helps the people that want to bend the path because you can actually sit in the right part of the funnel. And the interesting psychology we found is when a lot of people want to call themselves businesses, like you said, you've got 2 businesses in China. I actually said back to you, I have a business and I have a venture, right? Yep. When I did that with the business, with the people working at Best Buy, some of the people that I called a venture didn't want to be called a venture because suddenly now you get into casting. Because if you're a venture, I expect you to change things. I expect you to move this thing around 50. I expect you to be a